XRP and XLM are holding on to crucial price points as crypto trading starts this week off with a frenzy of red candlesticks. And Bitcoin above 60,000, is it true? Yes, it is, but there's a weird story behind it that I have to share with you. CBDCs playing a big role in the future of cryptocurrency and Web3 tech. Are you a fan of them? Curious about all the training I do that I talk about during these videos? Well, I'm going to have my second channel, which is going to follow that journey, linked at the end of this, as well as having that second channel linked in the description below, and support the Crypto with Klaus ecosystem. Happy Sunday morning, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, because crypto news breaks 24/7, 365. XLM sitting at 9.1, key point here. XRP 40.3, ETH 1644, and Bitcoin 23,177. We're starting the Sunday off with some red heat map action. 1 in 4 users unaware of crypto cyber crime risks. Let me read some stats for you. It's going to open your eyes. The report also discovered that nearly half of the respondents had been affected by cryptocurrency crime in some way, with 40% of crypto owners did not believe the current protection system for cryptocurrency is effective. And I totally agree with that, because there's so many scams out there. In fact, there's so many scam junk tokens out there on these exchanges that are trying to mimic real ones. A lot of people are getting caught after that action. You guys know who I'm talking about if you follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be linked down below if you want to join and join in on the conversation. DeFi hacks top 6 billion. Let's stick with the hack action, everyone. Broken bridges, compromised private keys, flash loans. Yep, these are all part of the $6 billion that have been stolen from cryptocurrency. I've got a tweet for you that says, guess what? The number would be even higher if other crypto hacks were included, like exploits of price action with Oracle. $6 billion, everyone, of TVL hack. And as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. This Chinese city aims to increase CBD transactions by 6 times this year. All right, I'm going to bring up this CBDC stuff, and this is where y'all light up the comments. According to local media reports, Suzhou authorities aim to achieve the goal of the digital yuan transactions involving residents and enterprises, with a targeted value projected to grow 6-fold. Now remember, China is forcing people into CBDCs, and we've talked about this before on the channel. Do you want to force people into CBDCs or encourage people to use it? Which one do you think will have a higher adoption rate? As of 2022, residents and companies in the populous city reportedly transacted about 50.5 billion in digital yuan. Sources revealed that under the new plan titled Suzhou 3-Year Action Plan for Development, the city aims to process about 30 billion worth of digital yuan-powered loans for small and medium enterprises. I bring this up. Why? Because this has to do with Bitcoin hitting 60,000. Yes, 60,000. Bitcoin hit 60,000 in this country. Why, and what is next? Well, this has to do with CBDC action of Nigeria. The reason for the massive value gains of Bitcoin is the demand from Nigerians. They do not want to accept the country's new central digital currency, the e-Naira. Due to lack of interest from the population, the government has restricted cash withdrawals. Old banknotes are to be exchanged for the e-Naira by February 10th. Again, forcing people to use a CBDC. This is causing a bit of panic in the country, and people are looking for new ways to keep their money's worth. Search queries for buy Bitcoin on Google have exploded in the past few days. An average price of 38,000 for Bitcoin has been established on peer-to-peer programs. Why? Because they don't want to use the e-Naira CBDC. And that's why I brought up the Chinese story earlier with saying, hey, should we be forcing citizens into CBDC, or should we be educating them on the benefits of a CBDC? Now, the big issue we have, though, is with China, we know you could track what people are doing with their money and restrict what they do with their money. You're seeing that with Nigeria now, where the fear of the population is, we really don't want to be part of this mess right now. We would rather pump up Bitcoin for peer-to-peer payment action and drive up the price of Bitcoin from 40 to 60,000 on those exchanges here. So again, CBDCs, yes, there are some benefits, but these two cases that I've shown you here, you have governments forcing people into using the products rather than people wanting to use the products. I have a global CBDC tracker right here for you, cbdctracker.org. This shows you all the different countries in the globe. Yes, you flat earthers out there, this is on a flat screen, not on a round globe, so maybe you are telling the truth. But this tells you the status of countries' CBDC projects all over the place, awesome to take a look at. All right, now let's get into price action, all right? We started this morning off with some red candlesticks, and I get it, things can't always be green, but the setup is still the same, and it has to do with Valentine's Day. That's the next CPI data that's coming out. Look, Stellar XLM, we got to see them hold above 9 cents for that CPI data. Ideally, if we could be in the 9.2, 9.3 range, that'd be great, but it's been hard. You could see they could not hold 9.5 with several attempts going there. You could see it right here, right? 9.5 was not happening, but we seem to be pretty strong off that floor of 9 cents. And again, this is all since Jerome Powell and the Fed's announcement of just the 25 basis point hike. The story for XRP is the same, except for the fact that XRP made a stronger move out of the gate after the CPI data. But look at how close they're getting back down to this 40-cent mark. We got to a low of 40.2 on this candlesticks, with 2 candlesticks earlier actually breaching 40, but XRP managed its climb its way back up to plus 40 cents. The reason I'm focusing on 40 cents and 9 cents so much has to do with the floor ceiling phenomenon. I would rather see XRP and XLM enter CPI data on Valentine's Day. Don't use it as an excuse, guys. I've told you it's been Valentine's Day for how long now? On February 14th. But I would rather them enter that CPI data above that floor mark, okay? Rather than trying to fight the resistance of getting through it, I'd rather see it at that floor and propel from there, especially if we get something 6.0 or less. Ideally, I'm calling for 5.9. I'm looking for that first number to be in the 5s. Now this week coming up, we're gonna see more earnings out there that can affect the market. We've got a couple labor reports that we have to chew through, but most importantly, we have CPI data coming up on the 14th. Now, unless some crazy news breaks, I don't see any reason for massive price action to move until we get to that 14th date. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this, making sure we stay above the 40-cent mark with XRP and above the 9-cent mark with XLM. Again, we still gotta crawl our way back. Right? Bitcoin has already crawled its way back pre-FTX levels, but if you look at Stellar right here, Stellar is nowhere near it was pre-FTX levels, all right? We're still kind of crawling our way through the actual waterfall candlesticks that we're dealing with at the FTX fallout. Same thing is happening with XRP. Nowhere near here of crawling our way back up to that 46.50 mark. So hacks and exploits are continuing to run rampant in the crypto Web3 space. In fact, the Stellar chain has a whole bunch of assets out there on the Lobster wallet, which are totally garbage and fake and have been scamming people for a while. My question to you is, what do we do about this stuff? I'm doing my part as a content creator, showing awareness, right, of all the scams and schemes out there and actually how they do this stuff so you can actually find other ones than what I list by using the techniques I describe. CBDCs, people are like, yo, we don't want to participate in CBDCs, while governments are out there going, yeah, you do, because we're not going to even let you use paper money anymore. And if you do, there's going to be heavy penalties for taking it out of your bank. And let's be honest here with CBDCs, Nigeria and China are both forcing their populations to use CBDCs, and both populations are fairly resistant on using them. The bigger point here is that we have to educate people on the benefits of CBDCs and digital currencies. I believe the same thing has to happen in all the other first world countries out there that are looking to go forward with regs, right? We need to educate the people on what crypto and Web3 can do. It's not just a SHIB, it's not just an XLM, it's not just a Bitcoin, it's an ecosystem, and each ecosystem has different use cases. The moment we get more education regarding what we can do with these cryptos and Web3, I believe the governments will have to force people less to go into CBDCs, and people would be more encouraged to go into CBDCs. That being said, if the government were to watch how I spend my money by issuing CBDCs, you bet your ass I'd be watching what the government does with their CBDCs and making sure that they spend it effectively. XRP and XLM are both above their respective floor prices. I'm going to keep a tight eye on that because I do not want to see either breach those floors and stay below it for more than 72 hours. I repeat, I do not want to head into CPI data looking at those marks being the ceiling rather than the floor. That eats up a lot of momentum pushing through it, and that's not what we need right now during these low volume times. I've got an extremely grueling training session that I have today. Yep, I'm doing some long distance hiking, everyone. I'm going to have that channel right here listed for you, so if you want to follow me on the fitness journey, you're welcome to do so. Now right here, a crypto Web3 video that I know you will like. Why? Because the YouTube algorithms are picking it for you. So whether you want to check out the other channel right here or the crypto Web3 video right here, you're welcome to do so. So until more news breaks, you cool cats, have a great rest of your day.